everyone, it's Justin and
Matt.
Two dads again from Australia, and we're coming to you today from a 2022 Kia Picanto GT. Okay mate, with the cost of everything going up these days, I thought it might be a good time to check out what's around if you want some budget fun.
Yeah, like a second car that's family friendly and fun.
Yeah, that's right. Now, the Picanto GT we're in today is the top of the range performance version of Kia's smallest car, and guess what? It's got a 1 litre 3-cylinder turbo pumping out 74 kilowatts at 4,500 RPM and 172 newton meters from 1,500 to 4,000 RPM. And that's probably like a 1 litre about a carton of milk.
Yeah. Surprising.
Now you might think that's not very much power, but remember this little city car only weighs 1,012 kilos. And so it's got a combined fuel consumption figure of only about 5.2 litres per 100 k's. The GT only comes in 5-speed manual, but I think that makes it a bit more engaging, a bit more sporty.
Yeah.
But the lower spec Picantos are available in automatic and less powerful engines too. So if you need an auto, you can get one. The GT also comes with a body kit. 16-inch alloy wheels with 195, 45, 16 tyres and disc brakes all around. It's got an 8-inch touchscreen with Bluetooth, but it doesn't have built-in nav or DAB. But guess what? It has got wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a really great feature for a car like this, isn't it?
Yeah, very handy.
It's also pretty well equipped too for a little car with air conditioning, power windows, remote central locking, cruise control, auto headlights, heated mirrors, and a reversing camera, rear parking sensors, and being a little 5-door hatch, it's got a little bit of practicality too. Okay mate, now that you've had the Picanto for a bit this week, give us your driving impressions. What do you think?
Yeah, I was expecting it to be fun. It looks fun from the outside, and it's fun to drive. It's like a throwback to the 90s sort of, Suzuki Swift style sort of car.
Like a GTI, like a Swift GTI or something?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And it has that feeling. It really, it's small, but it feels big enough to, do all those things that you want to do, but it's just fun. It really is a great fun car to drive.
In terms of performance, it's a 1 litre 3-cylinder turbo, but what did you think?
Hey, this is not lacking power considering its weight. It's got that nice sort of mid-range torque, which makes it really nice to drive, and having it in a manual is you can really get it into that sweet spot really well, and the engine's really nice for the car.
Handling? What do you think of the handling?
The handling is fun to a point, and then I think the tyres sort of reach its limit quite early on, which is fine because it feels like a bit more fun in that way. It's got a little bit of body roll as well, which is a little bit surprising, but nonetheless it doesn't take away from the fun factor.
What do you think about the ride?
It's very comfortable. We're in the city, so the roads aren't the best, but I think it is actually comfortable. There's quite a bit of road noise that comes through, I've found, especially on the sort of medium speed roads around 70-80 kph. But I think the suspension is well tuned. But the one negative that I found was the gearing was a little bit long for my liking. For a city car, I just found it a little bit long. So that was a very small gripe, but more about adjusting my driving. That was it. Everything else I loved.
I think I'd agree with you there. If they did maybe a bit more of a close ratio 6-speed manual, would be great. But I also think too, like, you've got the basics of a cool little fun little car. I think turning the wick up a little bit on the suspension, like the body roll, getting rid of that a bit more and grippier tyres, mate, this would be fun. Yeah. Really, really fun. It's fun, but it'd be really, really fun. All right, mate. We'll have a quick chat about family friendliness, practicality and safety features. What's your opinion of the driving position?
Yeah, so it took me a little while to get the driving position correct. I feel like I'm sort of sitting on the seat, not so much in it. But I eventually did find a comfortable position, which is good. It just took a little bit of time. The steering wheel is great. I think it's got everything you need. It's very intuitive, really nice, and it looks good too. I like the actual badge as well. It looks really nice.
It's only got it only adjusts up and down, not for reach though, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that will compromise the perfect seating driving position. For me, it's okay, but for others, maybe it's worth checking when you're test driving it. Driving vision, excellent. The windows are large, the rear view mirror is great, side mirrors are fantastic, so yeah, spot on with driving vision. This thing is very easy to park. It's got the reverse camera. Even though it's small, it's still good to have because in those really tight spots, you can pretty much park it anywhere. Very easy to park.
And it's got parking sensors at the back too, which is great.
Yes. Yeah. So the infotainment system is really good at this price. I thought it worked really well. Everything's easy. Because it's got the wireless connectivity with Android or Apple CarPlay, it just works very well. And I thought that function was really good considering the price of this car. Everything's easy to find. The buttons work, they make sense. Pairing phones, fantastic. The screen's great, the software's great on it. Really good job, Kia.
I think the only thing it's sort of missing in the cabin, which I found, I mean, it's got wireless CarPlay and everything like that, but it doesn't have a QI charger, so you can't actually fully get rid of a cable. So if it had a QI charger in it for your phone, perfect. All right, mate, you sat in the back. How did you find it?
So the rear is a little bit tight. The seats in my driving position, they have cut out the back of the seat, so my knees were pressed against the back of the seats. Long journeys, not so ideal. But for younger kids that are out of a seat, I think you could fit two in there quite easily.
Now today we've got your little bloke, Jake, in the back, haven't we? Hello, Jake.
Hi.
Mate, what do you think? What's the kids' review of the back seat here? Has it got things in there that would be good for kids?
It's quite spacious, and there's like lots of room to just sit, and it's pretty comfortable. But the only thing I don't really like about it is the headrests aren't that comfortable.
Oh, okay.
So that's a bit annoying, but it's alright.
And being a little car too, it doesn't really have a lot of features like USBs or vents in the back, does it?
No, it doesn't have anything really.
Mate, how did you find the boot? I know it's a little car, but practical?
Yeah, I put some things in there when I took the car to the beach, actually. Put the bag in there with the towel, and it worked. It was quite deep, so if you just line up some shopping or you're putting a small bag in there, no problem.
I took the car shopping, and it's probably, if you live in the city and you're not doing an awful lot of big shopping and stuff like that, it was fine. Fit a few bags in there. It's
surprising too, because it doesn't look that big, but you can fit a decent amount in there, and the seats fold down as well, right? So yeah, good.
Okay, safety in the car, mate. It's got 6 airbags in the car, ABS, stability control, autonomous emergency braking with forward collision warning as well. But you know what? That's about it. There's not much else in it in terms of things like lane warnings and stuff like that. But again, it's built to a price, I suppose. So it does have a 4-star ANCAP rating, not a 5-star. So. Okay, value for money, mate. The little Picanto came to Australia in 2016. And the GT version was released in 2019, and I think it was upgraded in 2020. Now the GT is currently $22,490 drive away, so Kia's got it on a special price at the moment. But other Picantos, you can get an entry-level manual version at $18,490 drive away. An auto version's $1,000 more. And there's one in between the two. It's called a GT line, so it's got the sort of cosmetics of this car. That's $19,990 drive away for a manual, and the automatic on that one's $1,000 more.
From a value for money perspective, this car is excellent. the features that it has, safety-wise, it's good. But I found that it was just in that sweet spot where the price point matched the features that it has. I thought it was very good.
Yeah, I think, you know, the value for money for me, like, you know, you're getting a fair amount of features in the car, but it is fun. Like, you can put a price on fun, I suppose, and yeah, at that level, there's not a lot of fun cars, is there?
So that's true.
Now, mate, the warranty the car has, it's you know, one of the better ones in the industry. 7 years, unlimited kilometres from Kia, which is great.
Yeah.
Servicing is every 12 months or 10,000 Ks. Again, you know, we've said before, you know, a lot of cars these days are 15,000 Ks, so 10,000 Ks probably could be a little bit better. But the servicing cost in this thing, as you'd expect from Kia, it's pretty good. $3,127 cap price servicing for 7 years, but if you only wanted to keep it for, say, 5 years, $1,935.
That's exceptional value.
Yeah, pretty good. XFactor, mate. Now, is it the kind of car that when you're driving past, you're going to look at your reflection or look at it when you park it? What do you think?
Yes. I think the XFactor is very high for this type of car. I thought it looked good. I like driving it. It makes me feel good driving it. I think it's fun. It's making me assess whether I should go out and buy a compact car like this. So yes, XFactor is high.
Okay, just want to put a big thanks out to our friends at Kia Australia for the loan of the Picanto GT. It's a fun little thing. I mean, it's the 3-cylinder just growls when you drive it too, so it's a fun little thing to drive.
Yeah.
If you're looking for like maybe a second car, but you still want something fun, it's well worth putting on your shopping list, isn't it?
Very much so.
And just want to put a big thanks to everybody out there for the views, the likes and subscriptions, and thanks for watching. And plenty more to come. We'll see you next time.
See you.